and welcome to another trip report, and good morning from San Diego in Southern California. What a cracking day it is today to be flying all the way over to Minneapolis, St. Paul, going halfway across America in fact, on Alaska Airlines in first class. Enjoy the video. As you'll have seen from the previous video on this channel, San Diego Airport is located very conveniently next to the downtown area of San Diego City. We'll be using Terminal 1 today, which is where some of Alaska Airlines flights depart from here at San Diego. I'm travelling in the middle of the day, it's not busy and check-in is an absolute breeze. There is a priority bag drop area for first class and elite passengers. If you are leaving from this terminal, I recommend, if you need something to eat, to get it landside. Not only is there a better selection of shops, there are much better apron views as well. The Southwest livery is one of my absolute all-time favourites. The departures level here is upstairs, and to be honest, there's not an awful lot to do here. However, that said, its small size means you can't get lost here and it's never too far to your gate. So, you've noticed I've not gone to a lounge here in San Diego. Now, Alaska Airlines actually does offer a lounge for its first class passengers and frequent flyers, but that is in Terminal 2, which is where the majority of their flights depart from. I'm in Terminal 1 and there is no lounge here whatsoever. There's not even a priority pass option. Never mind. I've just got myself a coffee and a cake, and I'm just going to wait about an hour until my flight's ready to board. It's a terrific day for flying and a terrific day for taking photos and video. Here's a shot of our Embraer 175 arriving at the gate inbound from Minneapolis. I've always thought that priority boarding has a very negligible benefit to most first class passengers. Apart from me, who obviously wants to be on first so I can get a shot of the cabin, I don't really see what benefit it brings to premium customers. Let me know what you think in the comments below. The Embraer 175 is a regional jet, and for that reason, if you have a large carry-on, you will not be able to take it on board. You'll have to leave it, as these ones have been here, to be gate checked, and you'll get it back at the end.
Hey, good afternoon. Hi.
First class is in a 1-2 configuration, which means that if you sit on the A side of the plane, you'll get a seat which is both an aisle and a window. Here's our seat today, number 4A in first class. The legroom on these Embraer 175s is just the same as you would expect on one of the mainline jets like a 737 or an A320. There's also good storage in the seat back pocket. The seat also comes with an extendable cup holder for your pre-departure beverage, and it does come as well with in-seat power. For those of you based in Europe who don't visit the US, this is how they board a lot of regional jets from remote stands, using covered walkways rather than the normal steps. After a smooth and uneventful climb out, we turn back on ourselves and head northeast towards Minneapolis. In doing so, we pass over Naval Air Station North Island, which is not just an airfield, but also an actual naval base, the home port of several aircraft carriers in the US Navy. Here's today's route. San Diego to Minneapolis is 1,530 miles. We'll be travelling at 36,000 feet, and it will take us 3 hours and 20 minutes today. Onboard connectivity is now a really big thing in the United States. I found all of the legacy carriers to have good Wi-Fi. United's probably the best, but Alaska's was not far behind. I found the connection speed to be very good enough in fact to seamlessly stream YouTube videos like this one by one of my favourites, Bill Wirtz. I know a lot of you like me pointing out small details, and I found one here with the tray table. It folds out just like pretty much any other, but this small metal guide rail stops it rattling about or bouncing in turbulence. There's a hot towel service as well just before the meal. I generally find that the smaller the aircraft and the smaller the cabin, the more personal the service. Are there any airlines in North America that start their first and business class meals without a serving of nuts? I'm not really a beer drinker, but I did appreciate the fact that Alaska had a good selection of locally sourced ales like this Ballast Point. For someone who doesn't like beer, I thought it was pretty good. The highlight of this flight was the meal service. This is a hot chicken entree with wasabi peas and salad, including pomegranates. Catering on US carriers tends to be very unimaginative, so I appreciated this was interesting and very tasty indeed. Top marks to Alaska. The almond pudding was also completely delicious. The service on board from the crew was friendly, efficient and organised, and as a result I'd finished my meal with just over an hour gone into the flight. I'm pretty sure that even though we're on a mid-sized regional jet, this toilet is an awful lot bigger than the one on American's 737 MAX. After a much needed nap, I awake to find that we're somewhere over Iowa, in the middle of flyover country. If you ever find yourself with the time and the means to do so, please do take Amtrak across America on one of their headline routes out from Chicago. You will see so much of the United States that you will miss if you take the plane like I have done today. A pre-landing chocolate is also handed out, which I thought was a nice touch. Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport is named after the two cities it serves, and if you'll approach from the west like we did, you'll get a glimpse of Minneapolis from the air. In conclusion, it's difficult to find any kind of fault with this flight at all, apart from the fact that maybe there's no lounge in the part of San Diego airport we departed from. I paid £234 one way for this flight. That's about $300 US. I was pleasantly surprised by my experience with Alaska Airlines, and it's just a shame really they're not a part of any major airline alliance. This means you can't build up any meaningful status with any of the major airline alliances. However, Alaska do have a very good frequent flyer program of their own, which you might want to consider checking out. I'll leave a link to their homepage in the description text below this video. So we're done. We're done Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport. A little bit old-fashioned, but kind of homely. Shame we swapped all that lovely weather in San Diego for what we've got here in Minnesota. But anyway, pleasant flight with Alaska. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. But until next time, I'll see you around.